Do you want to be stylish and environmentally conscious? In this video, I will share how I developed an approach to do this by watching a lot of videos here on YouTube. I'll first share how this all started, what was happening in my life and how I ended up watching styling videos which I hadn't done before. I'll talk about an unexpected discovery that proved quite valuable. I'll then go through what else I learned, and in the end, I'll share who were the stylists from who I learned the most. I'll add a few timestamps in the description box if you want to jump ahead. Before I start, I should mention that while I've always wanted my outfits to look nice, I've never put a lot of thought into them. I came across a few videos that describe the difference between someone who wears clothes compared to someone who styles them. I've been someone who just wears clothes. In my view, when you're younger, all you need is a nice dress or a nice pair of jeans to look good, or a tailored blazer for those important work events. I've been slow to realize that you need to work a bit harder at this age. So, I'm a beginner when it comes to styling, so there won't be any new styling ideas on this video. The focus is on the approach and rules I learned to elevate my style intentionally and in a way that is environmentally sustainable. In early 2024, I wasn't in a great place mentally. For the first time in my life, I was at risk of getting a serious burnout because of what was happening at work. For the first time, I had faced the death of a loved one. I pulled through the work days with one at a time mentality, but outside work, I was often feeling like a zombie, not having energy to do much. I also realized that I had entered a new phase in my life. I was 51 and I noticed that my attitude and my priorities had shifted. I pondered big questions like, what do I want to do with the rest of my life? I faced more practical issues like realizing that my wardrobe no longer felt good. For years I had been wearing certain looks and colors, but I no longer enjoyed them. And this is how I ended up watching a lot of YouTube videos by stylists and decluttering experts. These videos became an escape from stress and the big life questions, giving me something fun and manageable to do when I was feeling exhausted. So what did I learn from the stylists out there? I'll start with the biggest and the most valuable thing. Having watched a bunch of styling videos, I did as many of them suggested and started shopping my closet and experimenting new ways of wearing my clothes to figure out what my new style was and what I could still wear from my wardrobe. Many stylists advised holding off purchases until you understand what style you are aiming for. So I wanted to properly figure it out and plan a few looks I could jazz up with accessories. I started wearing my experiments on Mondays and Fridays at the office. Those days are very quiet. Few people come in the office then, so perfect days for a bit of experimentation. As long as I had a nice enough top, I would look okay on Zoom calls. In the middle of the week, I played it safe, but still making an effort to wear something different, and I noticed that I did still have clothes I liked. What I did not expect was that when I stopped dressing up on autopilot and started putting in some effort to wear something different, I started feeling better about myself, stronger and more confident. After some weeks, I started feeling more determined to work through the issue that was stressing me out at work. I didn't expect this. Yes, I have heard that clothing can boost your confidence, and whenever I have had an important event at work, I have dressed for it. But I had never realized the impact it can have on my day-to-day life. I value efficiency and that I get a lot done. Why would it matter what I wear when I'm almost the only one in the office? But it does. Then moving on to the 3 fundamental ways of thinking of style which resonated with me and what I want to keep in mind. The first one, my favorite, is you do you, or as the influencer Tracy put it, don't buy what everyone else is wearing today, buy what you will still love tomorrow. This, I think, is the way to have clothes I will love for years, but I also think it's much more fun to have your own individual style than keep on copying the latest trends. That said, I'd really like to see this becoming a trend, that there were more people who have their own individual style. 2. You need fewer clothes than you think. This was a nice surprise. If you know what suits you and you use a bit of creativity when styling, you don't need a lot of clothes. I now have fewer clothes, but more outfits I enjoy. I have everything I need in my winter wardrobe, and it's great to have that peace of mind of not needing to look for anything. Most stylists I watched have huge wardrobes, and I understand that. Styling is their job, and they get a lot of donations from their sponsors. But I've realized that that's not necessary. In fact, I think it's diminishing returns after a point. For example, one stylist seemed to have around 30 to 40 button-up shirts, and another one mentioned that she has one Longchamp bag in 12 colors. That sort of quantities are not necessary to look stylish. It can be fun to have a lot of cute clothes, but I have come to enjoy the feeling of calm when my wardrobe is not bursting, and the sense of satisfaction I get from wearing my clothes on repeat. 3. You don't need more clothes, you need more ideas. I'm not that creative, but this is where the stylist videos are great. You just need to find those stylists who focus on creativity and ideas, not simply showing the latest sponsor clothes. Related to this is, it's not about the item, it's how you style it. The stylist Nara Manley spoke about this in one of her videos, making the point that you can style in an older garment, and whether it looks good or not, it really depends on what else you are wearing and how. So that formed the foundation for my styling approach. The 3 rules I am sharing next are what I needed to learn about myself. First, know your style, pick your lane. This was important to me because I admire many styles, and before, I sometimes ended up buying things I admired on others, but that didn't really suit me. I use the 3 style words method, simple but effective. Know your most flattering style uniforms and your best bit. I am short and I'm small, my legs are short, back is long, my head is small, etc. Anyone who is into styling knows why knowing this is important. So I'll jump to the next rule. Match your contrast intensity. This was something I had never heard of. Realizing that I am a low contrast person helped me find the most flattering colors to me. I realized that there are colors that I love, but they don't love me back. Thirdly, 5 rules that help me to shop less. Now, whenever I'm thinking of adding something new in my wardrobe, I think through what the item is adding to my outfits. For example, I love knitted wool jumpers and I often spot ones I like. But say, if I already have a light beige chunky knit, adding a similar chunky cream knit doesn't create a different look. So when considering a new item, I think what exactly I would be wearing it with and how is it different to what I already have. 2. Only buy clothes and accessories that are on your wish list. Sitting on things has been massively helpful. Many stylists said this, but I was still surprised how many times I ended up not buying the item I had added on the wish list. If you don't have one and you want to reduce your shopping, I definitely recommend this. 3. Never buy clothes that are just okay, even if they are on sale. They will never become clothes that you'll be wearing on repeat. 4. Don't buy many statement clothes. Buy statement accessories instead. I personally don't like wearing many statement clothes too often. I'm not quite sure why. It may be because even though I like the idea of wearing clothes on repeat, I feel a bit awkward thinking that people notice I'm wearing the same item all the time. Maybe I'll get used to this, but this is how I feel now. 5. Do not rush. Understand what is triggering your shopping. You don't build a perfect wardrobe in a hurry. If you catch yourself being tempted by something that is not on a wish list, add it in the list and reflect why you were tempted to buy it. Finally, the one rule to have variety and not get bored with your clothes. Use accessories. I had not realized the power of accessories. Hats, hair accessories, eyeglasses, jewelry, scarves, belts, socks are fantastic in creating different looks. So that was all the rules. Has my style changed as a result? I think I've largely figured out my style for my 50s, My 3 words are timeless, soft and simple, and in each outfit I ideally want to have something that adds a bit of interest, a nice detail, like a favorite bracelet or a pop of color. My style is not drastically different than it was before, but I did realize that my style was stuck in the past in that I was still wearing everything pretty tight jeans and figure skimming tops. Now I really enjoy a combination of figure skimming plus loose or loose plus structured. I also like other contrasts like casual plus formal. So I think I've managed to bring my style to the 21st century. And I didn't even need to do a big declutter. Most of my clothes are still the same. It's time to give credit to the wonderful stylists here on YouTube from whom I learned all this. I'll present them in order I discovered them. One of the first stylists I came across was petite dressing, and being petite, these videos helped me understand which looks are more flattering for short people. Then I found Diana Goss. Diana Goss's style represents my fantasy style. I think she and her outfits are gorgeous, even if they don't seem to be practical for my lifestyle. Elena, on her channel Elena Hue, is brilliant about how to use color, and I have found ways to add color to my outfits thanks to her. Soon after, I came across the 3 slow fashion channels, Useless, Christina Maikas, and Alissa Beltembo. Useless is taking a break just now, but I absolutely love her slow fashion and slow living videos from Denmark. I found them so inspiring and soothing. Alissa Beltembo has fantastic videos about creating new looks from her wardrobe. I think I've learned most from Nada Manley. I'm surprised she hasn't got more subscribers, as her videos are full of useful information that do not only talk about how to wear the latest thing. Nada's videos have helped me a lot in understanding what is most flattering for me and why. For example, she has most detailed video I have come across about styling jackets and blazers, one about timeless patterns, another one about wearing scarves in a modern way. Her product recommendations are not considered from an environmental perspective, but the ideas work. Someone YouTube algorithms offered me recently is Emily Wheatley. Her style is very different to mine, bold, slightly masculine, but she's very much promoting you do you approach, and some of her styling videos are visually stunning. You can find links to all channels are listed in the description box. If you have found a stylist who I didn't mention and who focuses more on creativity than the latest trends, please do leave a comment. I'd love to hear. See you soon!